Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bonka922. By the way, kudos to the guy who, someone commented on my last episode review of Irregular Magic High School. Thanks, man. Really appreciate the comment. I forgot his name. Anyway, moving on. Another episode review for Irregular Magic High School, Season 3, Episode 2, Double Seven, Part 2. This was more detailed. Yeah, this was more detailed. It seems like this is going a different way. I actually am liking how this is starting out this season because we're getting more details on things that we never got in the previous two seasons. Like, we finally get, like, a parent of one of the 10 masterclass magician families, which is basically Sagusa's father. His name's Koichi. And what happens in this episode, the meat of it, is there's a smear campaign happening by an anti-magic organization. More importantly, it's a smear campaign on the first high school and the high schools in general, magic high schools in general, who believe or saying that there's a connection that they're between the military and the high schools. But we start properly where it's the whole introduction with the, recruitment of freshman recruitment. And of course, we have to start with, what's this girl's name? Oh, man. No offense, but she is Kazumi? Yeah, her. Can you stop acting like a bitch? She gets into a fight with, what's-his-face, who Miyuki was giving daggers to, Takuma. That was basically an altercation with the disciplinary committee and their committee for the events, and eventually it resulted in them almost fighting, and then Miyuki and Tatsuya say, wave their little hands saying, "Shame on you." That's basically what happened, more or less, and we get some more cameos. We got Hattori. What's that guy's name? Yeah, Hanzo. We have him in the episode. We got Jamonji. He was in the episode too. He had an interesting part to play. And we had Kirihara. Kirihara was just like a one-off. He was in the room with Hattori, Hanzo, and Miyuki and Shiba and Tatsuya, and that was basically it. It was just reminiscing of last year. And then, it was basically that little thing with the whole, school. And eventually what happened was Kasumi obviously got by her sister, the older Sagusa, her. And wanted whole details about the head of the Shimpo family, the head of the Shimpos. And she explained to her how he's very, careful and thorough and all that jazz. And she says, oh, how his other brother or person in the family is different. Like Takuma is completely different to that. And they wonder if they have a personal grudge against her and the family. But anyway, that happens too. The meat of this episode, though, which I didn't know who this guy was. And I should have clued in when he talks to, if you know anybody who watches Irregular Magic High School remembers season 1, this guy was introduced during the 9 Magic Schools tournament arc. What is the name again? Kudo. Right. So Kudo is talking to some guy through the video phone. It happens to be Sagusa's father. Now, what is going on here is basically the events that happen at the end of season 2. At the end of season 2, we had these 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes didn't have to do with, stars or any of that stuff, with those vampire things. It had to do with this organization that went to attack the tower. And this organization was, I believe, an anti-magic organization. Now, this guy Koichi, who is the Sagusa head, is making an anti-magic agenda. But he's wording it to say that he's counterattacking the other anti-magic thing. That's what's happening. Now, they don't say his name. This conversation between Koichi and Kudo. But they basically reference someone from First Magic High. Yeah, they reference Tatsuya. It's not even in the conversation. You know who they're talking about. Now, later in the episode, we have some other people having conversations. Jumanji's talking to Miyuki Sagusa. She's upset because of the fact that he's saying that the Sagusas are having an anti-magic agenda, a smear campaign, what have you. Confronts the father about it. It's true. And Miyuki Sagusa's, her father's asking him, why do you care about this, and why is there someone at First High that you care about for this? Now, in the rest of the episode, we have a conversation between Tatsuya, Miyuki, and those other 2, those twins, from the end of season 2, and they basically reiterate what everyone else knows, which is the whole anti-magic association and smear campaign. And Tatsuya finds out a parliament? I can't say that word for the life of me. Guy is going to show up at their school, and he's trying to push that there's something going on at the school. And they're going to try to push it, and to a point where, eventually they're going to shut down the school or some shit like that. Because there's an agenda. There's this military agenda with getting the students who are at the First High School into the military, and there's an agenda there. When there isn't one. So, but it was a very interesting episode. Not a lot of action, but this is something that obviously is brewing. It's been brewing a lot in this series. Season 1 was more of it. Season 2, not so much. Season 2, they were dealing with parasite vampires. Go figure that. But I enjoyed this episode. Not going to give it a 9 out of 10. I would say 8.5 out of 10 because, once again, it was really slow moving. Not slow moving, but it was a lot of talking, but still very interesting. Because, like I said before, we really don't see the 10 master class individuals come full center. We're talking about Miyuki Sagusa's father. He's the head of the Sagusas. And he's doing this. Now, it's funny in a way that this is happening because because it's like, I want to say that, does this plan jeopardize Tatsuya in any way. Him and Miyuki. Because I forgot to mention, his plan does coincide with diminishing the power of the Yatsubas. Which, Koichi, maybe you should step back a bit. Can you step back a bit? Because that's going to cause a whole lot of strife, and who knows. But I thought it was interesting. We get to see him. We get to see more developments. And you could see from the opening, this is going to be an interesting season. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's all I really got for you guys for this episode. I really enjoyed it. I also liked... There's something going on in this season because this is the second episode in a row where the beginning of the episode is basically Tatsuya, Miyuki at the Yatsubas in that room, and it's like black and white almost. It means something. I don't know what it means, but something is definitely happening regarding that. But that's all I got for you guys. Good episode. I like the wheels are turning here. The wheels are really turning. I got this anti-magic smear campaign going on. Like, whoa. But obviously, based on what Koichi Sagusa is saying, he's like a counter-attacking the other side. Or at least that's what he says he's doing. Who knows? This is Bankai 2. I'll see you guys later. Oh, forgot one more last thing. Tomorrow night, Kaiju number 8. The second anime I will be reviewing episodically for the spring. Look forward to it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.